It's J-Man Powerhouse.
And Steven Jackson 13.
And Willis.
And Willis. No, I'm sorry. Welcome. Welcome to episode 15. Or at least now it's known as episode 15. We'll get to that in a minute. Episode 15 of the Life is Feels podcast. Entitled Thoughts on Avengers 4 Endgame trailer and stuff. I don't know what I'm getting titled with.
To be fair,
And
it's not
how.
Avengers 4. It's not Avengers 4 Endgame. It's just Avengers Endgame.
Fuck off. So, what did I say the last podcast? I don't want to do this sad segment anymore. Didn't I say that?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
well,
moving forward to Avengers. Let's go.
No. So, gotta touch on it. Gotta poke the bear because I love to fucking do it. No. So if you guys noticed, which you probably didn't, because half of you probably don't give two shits anyway. If you noticed, what are you guys laughing at? If you noticed, when you click on episode 2 now, at the beginning it says welcome to episode 3. I like mind fucking all of you. No. I haven't even drank anything in hours. I don't know why the fuck I'm burping. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that because of Steven, we have to because of reasons again
We were hacked.
uncontrollable. Well, thanks. We weren't hacked per se. We were rudely interrupted. Sounded wrong. We mood, Willis. We weren't hacked. Someone else knew the password, and that someone else decided to delete episode 2, and since then the password has been changed, and that someone else will not be named. That person knows who they are. That person knows, shut up, TikTok ads. Stupid TikTok
Twitch
ads.
streamer.
I'm sorry. Well, thanks for that. That really nails that down.
What? I had to cough. I'm sorry.
See? Christ.
Wow.
This person is a Twitch streamer.
Oh, well, thanks for telling everybody.
Well, you already... Oh, man. I was about to... If it was a he or a she, I'm not going to say that. This person decided to go to the account because it knew the password and delete episode 2. So we fondly agree with the way it was handled. Because of reasons is why this did episode 2. We disagree with how this person didn't come to us and discuss, hey, look, we want you to take down episode 2. I would have gladly obliged, and we would have taken down episode 2, but this person tried to fuck us over, what it seems like, and we don't really want to stand for it. So,
yeah, shame on their person. They're a person that does not like us. Continue forward.
Life is mood, man.
Shame
life on
is questions.
If you guys know who we're talking about, good on you. If you don't know who we're talking about, good on you, I guess. we kind of hope you don't know what we're talking about, but if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But this, it, they, them, as helicopters, we don't appreciate what this person did, and that's all we're gonna say. But we did mind trick this person because now I think what this person was trying to do was try to get our episodes out of order. When actually they helped us. Episode 1 was uploaded before or after episode 2, so when this person deleted the video, it actually helped us. So thank you for doing that. What a mistake. But anyway, before Willis tells everybody who this is,
Wait, did you say mistake or miss 8?
Same thing.
Okay.
So how's everybody doing?
I am doing great. How about yourself?
Guys? What'd you say?
I said I am doing great. How about yourself?
I'm alright. I'm going through life, you know. Life is feels. I'm sorry, my headphones. You guys could still hear me, right?
That's probably what I'm hearing.
My headphones. I put them on now. I had to take them off and put them in the charger while I use them. Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs?
Can you hear me now? This is not a Verizon commercial.
Can you hear me? So we want to say thank you for all the support through life. That sounded like you guys have known us since we're 2. We'd like to thank you for all the support through life and through ways that we have not been able to. You guys are still there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
But guess what, Steven? You're gonna have to end Paula again.
What's that?
You're gonna have to end Paula again, and I'm gonna say it now before I'm making you do it later.
Okay.
Okay. So, do we wanna talk Avengers Endgame?
Yay!
Yeah. We came out and we said that we were going to cover more than just Life is Strange and Until Dawn, and then we went to Until Dawn, and then we went right back to Life is Strange. So, I guess we've decided to move on from that, per se, and it's time to talk Marvel. Hopefully we're going to get to a lot more stuff about the Avengers and about the life of the Avengers and how we feel and what Marvel's done for us. First, though, Willis, do you want to tell everyone about how you're terrible at guitar? No. Do you?
He is amazing.
Do you want to tell? Yeah, he's actually really good. We're gonna try and get him to do a musical tour for us. No, I'm kidding. Could you tell us about how you were struggling last night?
Oh, yeah. Struggling. I was basically practicing last night, and I had a practice. I haven't done it in a while, and it's natural to be frustrated if you do something you haven't done in a while. You kind of expect the same result as before when you were in the momentum. So, right when I was about to call it quits, I got a message from Hannah Tell. That was a shock.
All you said was tell. We didn't hear you say the other person. All we heard you say was tell. So if they don't know this person's last name, you're screwed. So you might want to say it again.
Okay, Hannah Tell.
Amber Tell? Who's that?
Hannah Tell is the voice of Max Caulfield from Life is Strange. So go check her out. She's
Life
got an album out. It's amazing. Shout out to
Life
Hannah
is
Tell.
Strange. I've never heard of that. What is Life is Strange?
Should we just start over?
What? No, we're not gonna start over. It's already a clusterfuck. We've already fallen off the rails of the train.
Going off the rails of a crazy train.
Great. Now there's 10 seconds of copyright infringement. Thanks.
It was 2 seconds. It wasn't even the whole song. If they have a problem with it, we'll just bite the head off a bat.
Alright, we'll start with this. Willis, how long have you liked Marvel and what has it done for you in your life? How big of a Marvel fan are you?
Well, I like the movies. As far as what it's done for my life, I really don't know. I just kept watching them. I don't have an actual input on it. I don't. I just enjoy watching them.
Steven?
For me, well, they've always said X-rays, too many X-rays give you a mutation. Mutations work very well for the X-Men. But apparently that's not how it works. It's helped me to expand my memory bank. I've gotten to learn all the characters, how the story fits, everybody's abilities.
Can we just admit something?
What?
And
that I'm
say
the best? That I'm the best one in this podcast?
Okay, out. Fuck off. And out. And what I was gonna say is, first of all, shut up, Mr. Jefferson. Second of all, what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, Steven, none of this is in Steven's memory. He just uses Wikipedia to trick all of you.
I don't trust Wikipedia. That can be modified from anybody. Plus, according to college, it's not a very credible source.
It's not. So what has Marvel done for me? Marvel's made me the man I am today. Oh boy. A lot of people are going to be hating on Marvel now. Marvel has made me cry, has made me sweat.
Makes you sweat. Nice. That's the first one.
What?
That's the first.
Makes me sweat. Life is sweat.
Do either of you have a microchip that keeps you alive, or a shield that is made of vibranium? Or has anybody ever taken a potion and tried to get stronger?
I mean, I have something that's made of vibranium, but it's not a shield.
It's got to be between your legs because that's the only way you're getting a buzz. Oh, snap.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, we're kind of going from PG-13 to rated R.
Yeah,
I was talking about his pant legs.
Sure. That's what she said last night. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That's my outcoat. I just burp when I don't know what else to say. Marvel has done a lot. I quit. No. Marvel has done a lot for me. And no. Marvel's done a lot for me, and it really has helped me get through life and, break barriers. So that's really important because you got to be able to break barriers to live in life, and Marvel's done a really good job. Willis, favorite?
It's Marvel. Actually, more like Marvel
Willis.
is. Go ahead, Willis.
Well, I didn't even ask him to say anything yet, though. He kept interrupting me.
That and you guys keep cutting out on my end. I don't know if it's just terrible connection on my end or.
Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs? Willis?
Now I know who you're
Can you
saying that name to. I
Can you
heard you
hear me
say that
now,
earlier.
Mr.
I didn't know Steven there.
What's your favorite Marvel movie?
Probably Age of Ultron.
Okay, why?
Because I really don't know. I just.
Okay. Willis? Oh no, you were Willis.
No, you're podcasters, man.
Gee, do it. What's your favorite Marvel movie?
Well,
No,
it certainly
no,
wouldn't be.
No, Steven, what's your favorite Marvel movie?
It's definitely not Iron Man 3, although it was decent. I thought it was stupid. Mine's
Ooh,
a combination of Iron Man 2's Whiplash. I just love Whiplash. His power was great. His character is great. But I also have to say Age of Ultron, only due to the fact that Vision was born. Vision was born, and it had Quicksilver and Hawkeye squaring off against each other. And in the end, they shared a bond of friendship, even though Quicksilver sacrificed himself to save Hawkeye.
Okay, favorite Marvel movie? Power Rangers. No. People are gonna be like, you fucking idiot.
At least you didn't say Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. No, not Ninja Turtles.
Let's
Not Ninja
Shredder that.
Turtles.
Let's Shredder that. Go with a Marvel movie.
Not Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles.
Oh my God. Remain rock steady and continue forth.
Favorite Marvel movie. Fuck off. I like a lot of the Marvel shows. My favorite Marvel movie is Thor's Marvel, right?
Yeah, they made 3 of them.
Oh, I'm gonna sound like an idiot for asking you.
They only made Thor, Dark World, and Ragnarok, for God's sake.
Ragnarok was my favorite. I love Ragnarok.
It was kind of sad to find. It was kind of sad to find out that Thor's sister was given away for a peace contract, and then ended up coming back as the villain.
Thanks. We were gonna cover Thor Ragnarok at some point.
We still can. I didn't ruin the whole thing.
Assholes. Remember, Steven, I'm making you leave with the responsibility. You gotta turn Paula off, bitch. What was I gonna say? I'm sexy and I know it. No. My favorite Marvel movie, besides Thor Ragnarok, that's how you say it?
Ragnarok, yes.
Would be Age of Ultron.
Bye.
Because I thought, calm down, Mom. Just because I thought the storyline was amazing, and because, like Willis, it's the first one that comes to mind. Okay, so Avengers.
Actually, I want to change the answer.
Go ahead.
I don't know why one of the Avengers movies. I wasn't thinking all the Marvel movies that's been made from Spider-Man to Iron Man to whatever. So
Iron Man 2, Captain America, the First Avenger, Thor.
Right. So mine would actually probably be Captain America, the first one. Just because it's the story, and he became the first Avenger.
Okay, well then I changed my answer again. No.
Wow.
I'm sticking with I'm turning into someone that is no longer here.
Somebody forgetful, apparently. Because you only remember Age of Ultron.
No, I remember all of them.
Well,
Um,
you didn't remember how to pronounce Ragnarok?
I always thought it was I thought it was Ragnarok. So I mean, hey, close enough. What you
Not in the
gonna
Marvel
say?
universe.
You know what? Fuck you. No. So we all saw the last movie, correct?
Yes. Wait, define the last movie. Are you talking Infinity War, or are you talking about Civil
one with
War?
Thanos.
Okay, that would be Avengers Infinity War. Not
We all
Avengers
saw
3.
Infinity. Fuck off. We all saw Infinity War, right?
I have.
Willis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Willis sounds like he had a terrible viewing experience when he watched Infinity War. He's like, yeah.
For a moment, I thought you were gonna. I hope some moment to reason.
What?
For some reason, I thought you were gonna say Breath of the Wild.
We're talking about Marvel,
Wild.
not Legend of Zelda. Completely different universe.
Eventually, we're gonna talk about Breath of the Wild 2 now, just to piss Willis off. No.
Although that possibility is not closed off.
No, it's not. At this point, nothing's closed off except porn. Oh.
Well, I guess that leaves J-Man out.
Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, Steven and Willis, if you guys want to do a late Life is Feels late night podcast show, and I'm not here, late night for you guys would be like Steven for 3 a.m. Eastern and Willis at 11 after Tony gets off. Then sure, you guys can do Life is Feels podcast, the porn version. I don't care.
Like, I guess if
I will
Tony
not
gets off,
be-
we're already starting the porn.
I quit. Goodbye. What the fuck? I lost my fucking train of thought now. God damn it, man. John Cena. No. Oh. What did you guys think of Infinity War? Or better known as Avengers 3?
No.
Willis? You go.
Now remind me.
Willis?
Now remind me exactly which is this the one that has the ending where everyone
This is the last.
disappears?
This is the last one with Thanos, where he wipes everyone out.
Has the gauntlet.
Yeah.
You know, when I before I got to watch it, and I asked my friends that watched it in theaters because I didn't watch it in theaters. I watched it when it came out in DVD,
Me too.
and I
My
asked them how was it, and they said, "Well, the ending surprised you," and that just left me in mystery until I watched it. And even with that, being expected to have a surprise ending, it still surprised me. I actually did not want to see all those characters go.
Steven?
Okay.
Stewart?
Yeah. First thing, I remembered what the last movie was. It was not Infinity War. It was Ant-Man and the Wasp. But
The last Avengers movie.
I was actually grateful when Scarlet Witch ended up doing what she did with Vision. And then I forgot that Thanos had the Time Stone, so that kind of sucked. I actually felt bad for Peter because Peter, as most people know, is still a teenager in high school. And when he looked at Iron Man, it was like, I'm so afraid. What do I do? It's cold. I don't know.
I wish I could be a teenager in high school who could be Spider-Man. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm just a fucking podcaster.
I just felt so bad. He doesn't know what's going on. He just started being an official Avenger. It was a little heartbreaking. But see, what most people forget is they get so mad that Thanos is given the Time Stone by Doctor Strange. But most people miss this fact, and I myself missed it until I read it online. Doctor Strange said he had been through like 2 million or 5 million, whatever, different realities. And when Iron Man asked him, how many did we win? He responded, 1. What if that 1 did not consist of Stephen Strange giving Thanos the time stone? So
Wait,
that I found
you
interesting.
gave Thanos this time stone? What?
Yes, I did.
Wait,
We
what?
will win the war. We've won. We lost the battle, but the war is far from over. We will win in this reality.
Okay, I quit.
We're quitting an
My
awful lot in this episode.
right? We've had a long day though. Yeah, I'd say I agree with Willis that a lot of the characters that left I didn't want to leave, and then some of the characters that they kept I kind of found questionable. One of them is the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Rocket Raccoon?
I was I was kind of confused. Why why they kept him. As a wrestling fan, plug for future episodes. It might be this Wednesday. It might be this Thursday. Just me, or it might be after TLC. But the Life is Fields podcast will be covering WWE wrestling. But that is not why I brought that up. One of the guys, it's the big dude. Batista, the guy who plays Drax. Because of what his name was, I thought that I thought that he was going to be the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy that was going to stay alive.
Wait, Drax was a
Just
WWE star?
yeah, it's Batista.
Huh. That I did not know.
Yeah, Batista. I love Batista too. Batista's character is absolutely amazing.
I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going to be Vin Diesel at first.
What do you mean?
I didn't know that Vin Diesel was going to play the voice of Groot. I saw the trailer, and it was like bald head, big muscles. I'm like, all right, that looks like Vin Diesel.
Right? That did look like Vin Diesel, and that's Jesus Christ. I've always liked Batista, so like as a wrestling fan, future plug, we will have wrestling, or at least I will have wrestling shows. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover Rollins. Right? I'll get to it at the end of the show. I'll promote myself.
WWE world's worst episodes.
That's messed up. Favorite? What? Not favorite. What were you guys' opinion on the whole storyline with Thanos? Willis?
The whole storyline of Thanos.
Yeah, like the character in general.
You know, I'm actually the storyline of Thanos.
What?
I'm trying to remember the storyline of Thanos. I don't remember the entire story.
Well, Steven?
Okay. He started in Thor as the after credit scene with Loki because he ends up exclaiming, if you want something done, you have to do it yourself. I, at the time, did not know that was Thanos. I actually learned about it watching the Avengers cartoon.
There's an Avengers cartoon.
Yeah, there was an Avengers cartoon. It had Iron Man. Well, they had the whole crew, but they were basically taking the stones off one at a time. I don't know if they're going to do that in the movie, but that would be kind of cool to connect the two. Then there was Avengers. Was he in Thor? Not Thor. Was he in the
He was
Civil
in
War?
Ragnarok. He was in the end of Ragnarok.
Okay, you'll have to remind me of that scene. Oh, that's right, because he started putting them together.
Yeah.
And then in Infinity War, a lot of people don't notice this. Maybe they did. in Infinity War, they actually made Thanos lighter than he was in the other movies. Why they did this, I don't know, but it kind of irks me. And then we've got Endgame, because I thought he'd be an Ant-Man and the Wasp, but he was only in there. Well, he was referenced at the end, but what?
Steven, what time did we start recording?
Roughly around 7.
It's only been 19 minutes.
Well, 6:57. Yeah.
Go look at the thing in the podcast talk and see how long it says we've been recording. But not how long it says, but just look at what time it started.
6:50. I was right.
Okay, so that's been almost 20 minutes. Okay, that sounds. I was gonna say we've been talking for longer than 10 minutes.
You've been talking for longer than 10 minutes. I don't know what you're talking about.
So yeah, I thought the character of Thanos was an interesting character. I thought it was a cool way to use Thanos. We're gonna get into the trailer, but before we get into the trailer, Willis, you talked about how you felt. Who were you most surprised they killed off, and who were you most upset they killed off?
I'd probably say Spider-Man, actually.
For both?
Spider-Man, because I think it's actually like, I agree with what you were saying earlier. He was just a teen, just starting out, and it's like, well, it's kind of like, it's like pure and innocent at that point. And to see something like that go so soon.
Okay, who were you most surprised? Was that who you were most surprised they cut off?
Yeah.
Or was that who you were most disappointed? Who were you most disappointed they cut off?
That was probably most disappointed that cut off. But I'm trying to remember who all disappeared.
Everyone from Guardians of the Galaxy except the raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. I can't look it up. Steven, go look it up.
How would I know?
I don't know. Use the thing called the internet.
Well, which one was the one they disappeared? Was it Black Panther or Falcon or both?
Black Panther. Oh, okay. So the reason Black Panther disappeared is because that was when they were coming out with the Black Panther movie, and they were, for storyline reasons, I think he might. I'm not going to spoil anything. He might come back in this movie. He might. If that's my personal opinion, I think he does. But they killed him off because the Black Panther movie, which was one of the first black superhero movies.
Yeah, but the Black Panther was more of a prequel, kind of like how he got his powers.
Yeah. So
because he started in Civil War.
But I also think they did cut Falcon off. Didn't they cut Captain America off and then he came back to life?
No.
No, I thought they cut Captain. No, there was rumors they were going to cut Captain America off, and they never did.
Yes, and sadly, they said that Chris Evans is hanging up his shield after this. So who they get to play Captain America, I have no idea.
Me. I'm quitting, guys. No. I would love to do that though. So what do we think of the trailer? Steven. Oh, sorry.
One more thing.
Hang on. Who were you most surprised that they killed off, and who was the most upset person you were? Who were you the most upset at that they killed off?
Actually, I was wanting two people to remain, and that was the Winter Soldier, and I can't remember if it was Black Panther or Falcon. And they took out two, and I'm like, well, I got one left. But as far as the most surprising that they killed off, and this is not an actual, faded into nothingness, but Scarlet Witch said that she could not be a part of the group anymore, and I did not see her quitting. So basically, she died from the group. But if you're talking about disappearing,
Batista, I'm calling it now. That's mine, but I'll explain why.
Gamora. I'd have to say Gamora. I did not see him killing one of his own daughters.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see Gamora. Are you a musician? Are you alright? Did you forget we were recording?
I think so, yes.
What?
Yes, I did.
You did. I figured you did because you don't usually play music while we're recording, guys. That's a preview of how well Willis can do with
I
music.
was going to say
Twitter him.
that's a sample. Sample for all of you.
Twitter him, and maybe if you pay him money, he'll do lessons for you in Alaska or something. I don't know. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. It's not that you're bad, but we have somewhat of a script.
Yeah.
And you're bad. No, I'm kidding.
End it before we strike a discord with somebody.
And guys, I'm feeling burnt out. Is there a chance we could try this again later?
Well, we're literally actually almost done. I was just gonna ask what you guys thought of the trailer and what you wanted to see in the movie, and then I was gonna end it.
For me, I'll start off because I was a little confused when I first saw this. I actually did not know what was going on. It showed the helmet, which I thought was Black Panther's helmet at first. And then they showed the side, and I noticed the hair, and I was like, okay, maybe that's Star-Lord. And then when he turned on the lights, I noticed it was Iron Man's helmet. So it took me about 30 seconds to figure out who it was. He mentioned Pepper Potts, which I think would be interesting to see come back. Let me try this again. Does she still have her powers, or was she cured of those?
I'm pretty sure she still has her powers.
Because that would be an interesting twist. I know they're going to bring back a lot of these characters. I don't know how they're going to do it. But with them having Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Spider-Man Far From Home, well, Far From Home, I don't know. That sounds like it could be something. But I know they're talking about making a third Guardians of the Galaxy, another Ant-Man movie. So I know that they're going to have to bring back at least a few people in order to make those movies work out.
Willis, what do you think of the trailer, and what do you want to happen in Endgame?
Endgame. See.
Oh, I forgot to mention what I wanted to happen. Go ahead, Willis.
I'm still thinking, so you can go ahead and finish.
Okay. I touched on that. I think they'll come back. I don't know how, but I would love to see. Well, Pepper Potts is one. I'm glad Hawkeye's back in it, but to what degree his character is going to take, I have no idea. I hope Scarlet Witch comes back. One thing I noticed in the last movie that kind of irked me also was that she lost her accent. I've had a couple people notice it as well. I hope that Hulk ends up getting enough confidence back to actually let Bruce Banner use his abilities. I know that by the end of the movie, Thanos is supposedly defeated. Obviously, everybody wants to see Thanos brought to an end. Not because
I want Thanos to win. What are you talking about?
Oh, yes, clearly, because the bad guys always win.
Right? That's why we're still here. No, too soon.
Right?
Struck a chord.
I would like to see more of Mantis and Nebula play a role as far as being on the good side. If they do follow the cartoon, they did have a Avengers where when they went to the alternate dimension, they had a second group of Avengers, which consisted of Iron Fist, Nova, White Tiger, and I think Daredevil was in there.
Willis, you are aware that he is tired and you're tired, but are you aware that he just said consisted?
Who, me?
He said, yeah, you said consisted, not consistent.
I said consistent.
No, you said consisted.
Anywho, they had Iron Fist, Nova, White Tiger, Daredevil, and I believe Luke Cage was part of that, but I'm not 100% certain.
Steven,
Yeah.
You're gonna have to promote all this stuff and have to hit leave for Paula because my internet flows and I don't even know how I'm still on this call. So you're gonna have to go into the things to promote and promote everyone. Uh, Although I remember some of them off the top of my head. Actually, at this point, I pretty much remember all of them. So anyway, Willis, what do you want to see in Avengers Endgame, and what did you think of the trailer?
Who do I want to see? What did I think of the trailer? Let's see. The trailer. I'm drawing blanks right now. So
Your
And he
trailer
just watches
starts
people.
the trailer with it starts with the helmet with Tony Stark, and then they talk about how Thanos has killed, what was it, 50,000 or something like that.
50% of the world's population.
Yeah, and then they talk about how they got a band together and all that.
His food and water supply ended 4 days ago. He'll be out of oxygen tomorrow.
Yeah. What did you think of the trailer? Makes it seem like it's pretty much do or die, though, doesn't it, Willis? Like this is it.
all of them. I don't know. To me, all of them do or die situation. But if they actually are going to finish off the Marvel series, and with this movie, I guess in that sense I can agree.
Yeah. What do you want to happen?
Thanos to die and justice brought to the world, because anytime someone tries to play God, they always end up dying anyway.
Well,
What do I want to?
sadly, the Avengers never kill, so Thanos will never be killed.
Well, no. If it's Endgame, he'll die naturally.
Or he could just leave the galaxy. And I've also seen talk of with Thanos out of the way, Galactus could the destroyer of galaxies could be the next main thing.
Are you aware that this is the last ever Avengers movie they're ever going to make? It's like no.
Doesn't mean Galactus can't be the bad guy in another movie.
Yeah, bring him to what's that movie called?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Actually, you guys, we should probably note one thing of this whole thing. Of now that we're talking about Marvels, I don't know why I'm just thinking of this now, but it may or may not have an effect. But now that Stan Lee is gone,
Yeah, we talked about that briefly. We did with me. No, we can talk about it now. But it was me, Steven, and someone else who used to be here, and we talked about at the end of an episode. We talked about the effects of Stan Lee, but we didn't really go into it. So if you wanna, what were you gonna say?
well, we were talking about this being the last one, and around the time of his passing, I wonder if this will be that last one also, because I didn't know if, of course, I didn't know what they were planning to when they're making all these movies, ahead of time. Of course, you
Yeah.
can't really predict death.
Do you
So
think Stan Lee has a cameo in this? Let's ask that.
I'd rather say I'd like to see it.
So would I. I'm hoping for it, but I'm not exactly expecting it.
Me
I
too.
still
I'm not
wonder.
expecting. I'd like it to happen, but
I'm still
if it
I'm
doesn't
still
happen, I won't cry over it. But I would be a little bummed out.
right, and I don't even know if he's going to be in Far From Home Spider-Man. I mean, if he's not, it would be completely different.
I think
And
he's. I think they said he's already in Far From Home Spider-Man. I think that's what Marvel's come out and acknowledged that. I think that they're like, yeah, he's gonna be in this. We're gonna do it.
Okay, and in memory of Stanley, can I ask for a brief moment of silence? Thank you.
Oh wow, the feels. Oh
Life
Stanley
is
was a great
Yeah.
man, and he will be forever missed.
yeah, we've talked about how Marvel won't be the same without Stan Lee, and that's one of the reasons that Willis, this might be it. You know, it might be the end of the game. It might be the title because we don't know. Stan Lee might have been the brick in the wall, and the Avengers might fall after Stan Lee fell, which sounds wrong, but when you think about it, it could be the truth. You know,
I
so
liked his cameo in the new Spider-Man game.
yeah. So what do I want to happen? Really quickly, we've been going for what, 40 minutes?
15 minutes shy of an hour.
Okay, that'll be good enough. We have no standards here at the Life is Feels podcast.
Apparently.
So what I want to see, obviously, my main man, Batista's got to show back up. Where's Drax, man? And yeah, I want Thanos to die, but I actually don't want Thanos to die. And I'm going to explain why. Because if Thanos doesn't die, they have to make another movie. Think about this. Because the movies aren't going to end until Thanos dies.
I think for me, I'd probably lose interest in Marvel after a while because look at Dragon Ball Z. That's been going on since the 90s. And I remember watching it as a kid and through my teens, and I was into it. And it just
If they
kept going
continue,
and
you
going
mean.
and going. And I'm like, eventually I just quit watching because it's just too much to keep up. And same with Pokemon. I just can't watch the newer ones. If anything, I'd stick to the old ones. And it just could be me because, like Steven and I, it's definitely our kind of our childhood thing. That's our generational thing that we got. But the thing is just if they keep making too many for me, I just quit watching it anyway.
Yeah, it's like Friday the 13th. They tend to drag it out too much.
Harry Potter, Star Wars.
Harry. Okay, the 7 and 8 Star Wars, I think Disney should have gone off the books because there was 9 original books, 9 movies were supposed to be made, and 7 and 8 do not follow the storyline.
Jesus, Stephen, calm your titties. No, I'm sorry.
I am a big Star Wars fan.
Okay, we'll get there eventually. But what I thought you meant by that, Willis, was that you don't want to do any podcasts on Marvel. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So what do I want to see? Batista shows back up. And I think I can emotionally, I don't know about you guys, I feel like I can handle one more after this. But then I agree with Willis. I think it's overkill. Could you guys handle one more after this, or you think this is it?
For me, I hope
You
this
couldn't
is it.
handle another one?
Maybe. I'll
Steven?
allow one more. I'll allow one.
I'll take
What did you think about my Galactus theory, though?
If Thanos does die, yeah, they could do it that way, but I feel like that would be more than one
Movie.
Sorry. Yeah, and I don't want that. I agree with Willis. It's getting old, and I love Marvel, and like Spider-Man and Batman and stuff. Batman.
Right. Well, I mean, if they make it like the game Lego Marvel Superheroes, I mean, they could do it in one movie.
That's true. I don't know. I'm afraid that it's kind of like and I hate to, it's like Toy Story, There's a lot of hate, or not a lot of hate. There's a lot of rumors around Toy Story 4 and how people are gonna feel about it, and that they should have ended with 3. There's a lot of talk that people.
Good.
There's a lot of talk that people should have ended Cars at Cars 2 should have never been a thing. And they should have made Cars 3, Cars 2, and then it was over. There's a lot of talk that Harry Potter should have never gone as long as it did. There's a lot of talk that there shouldn't have been more than one Home Alone. There's a lot of talk that they've made too many. There's been a lot of talk. There's been too many Power Ranger movies, too many Ninja Turtles movies. There's always going to be talk, but eventually, once, like Willis said, Willis, you're there, right?
Yeah.
Like Willis said, eventually they're just gonna drive it home, and it's gonna get tiring. And I don't want that day to happen because I don't want it to get tiring.
They try to push too much too fast, and it's like a soda that's open. It's great at first, but the more time that passes on, it tends to go flat and stale.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, we will do more. Not tonight, obviously. Me and Steven might do a couple shows without Willis. I'm sorry, Willis.
Nothing against Willis.
We love Willis. Willis has been an amazing addition to this podcast, and he's really like a brother to me. Uh, it really means a lot that Willis has joined us, and we have some things we're gonna have to work out. Not about him like leaving or anything, but time wise, right? We have to eventually split stuff like that out.
There will be a rescheduling for Willis.
Yes, Willis will be here, and more than likely, unless Willis doesn't want to talk about it, like maybe if we do like Degrassi or wrestling, we won't ask him. But if we cover other things like more of a Marvel stuff, just me and Steven, at some point we'll ask Willis. We'll be like, "Hey, dude, do you wanna be involved in this?" Because he's been amazing since he's gotten here. It's only been 3 episodes. He asked us 20 minutes ago to end the episode, so that's a rookie mistake. But no, I'm kidding. But it's a lot of fun, and episode 15, everything that's still going on for us, it's really amazing. So on that note, as I cry and Willis wanted to leave 20 minutes ago.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I would like to thank all you listeners for marveling into our thoughts and our opinions.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Every podcast episode, there's at least one.
What? They're marvelous people.
Oh my God. On that note, because no one wants to check Steven out anywhere, Willis, put yourself over.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty cold.
I'll get back to it in a minute. Go ahead, though. Where can people reach out to you?
I am at Stephen Alch 13 on
Well,
Twitter.
You're not Willis.
Well, you called me Willis twice in this podcast.
No, I called you Stuart.
You also called me Willis twice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Willis.
Life is feels all right.
Okay, then let's do it this way. I'll promote everybody. No, Stuart, put yourself over.
Okay, as stated, Stephen Alch 13 on Twitter.
Willis,
My
put
turn.
yourself over.
Twitter at WPateIV and Instagram at WPateIV.
I followed you on Insta earlier today, by the way.
I didn't see it yet.
What? Okay, I don't know how that is. Maybe I followed the wrong person. I typed in WKIV.
Instagram becomes Insta-fail.
Yeah, right? Maybe I
Featuring
followed...
J-Man Powerhouse.
Maybe I followed the wrong person. I don't know. I'll check it out in the morning and I'll let you know.
You're making me sound like a cult there.
What? What's a cult?
You're making me sound like a cult there.
Yeah, okay, sure. Willis, you sounded like you were tired and you wanted to wrap it up, but now you sound like you have a bunch of energy. So what just happened?
No, I still want to wrap it up. I actually missed some phone calls from my dad, so I need to get to that.
We're sorry.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't know. You could have just texted one of us and we would have kept going without you, and you could have called him back and then came back.
Oh, man, I wish I would have known that option a long time ago. Oh.
Okay. Well,
the more you know.
Now you know.
For future reference, I'll
future...
I'll just text you, say, hey, BRB, or hey, I gotta go.
Or just say, hey, BRB, and then come back as soon as you can, and we'll milk it for like 25, 30 minutes, and then you'll have to be back, or we'll just end it. Don't you have a Facebook?
I do. It's Willis Pate the 4th.
Don't you have a Twitch? Well, I mean, you don't stream, so...
I don't
know
stream. I
why.
follow people.
TJ, man, don't we have a Twitch?
Yeah, but we don't use it for anything. uh, I have like 80 Twitches. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oops. Oh, um, Wilkinson. Oh God,
Okay,
I don't know why
we're not gonna go there.
I. I don't know why I just shedded light on that. Oops.
He's a friend
Uh,
of ours that was a great man, but he will not be part of this podcast.
I don't know. We might have to contact Wilkinson somehow and figure it out. Um, yeah, I guess you can follow us on Twitch on twitch.tv/Life is Feels podcast. Why the fuck not? You can subscribe to us on YouTube at Life is Feels podcast. We are at 29. Our goal is 50 subscribers by the new year. No, I'm kidding. That's too quick. 50 subscribers by
Easter,
when is Easter?
April.
I was gonna say by the end of March. 50 subscribers
Easter.
by the end of March. Okay, fine.
Easter.
Easter for you, but I want it by the end of March, so fuck off.
Eggs, it'd be nice to find 50 viewers.
Remember, Steven, you have to turn Paul off. Remember that. You know how to do it?
Wait, how do I do that?
Oh my god. You go to podcast stack and you type in !leave.
Yeah, I'm aware. I just figured I'd go one more day with people that found that funny.
Fuck off. So you can subscribe to us on YouTube at Life is Feels Podcast. This is all off of memory now. You can follow the official Life is Feels podcast Twitter, which is me at JMan Powerhouse. I actually think what I'm gonna do is I deleted my old Twitter with my old email. I think I'm just gonna make this one the Life is Feels podcast Twitter, and then I'm gonna make a separate Twitter for like sports and stuff. I don't know. I'm debating it because I feel like that'd be easier because I keep I keep liking tweets about the Phillies, and now everyone's like, "Oh yeah, the Phillies are terrible." And I'm like, "Shut up." So I might just change that off.
J-Man, where can people email us?
Oh, Life is Feels podcast. Although no one ever emails. No, some people do actually email us. We just some inappropriate things that we don't want to say on a podcast, but I'll email you back if I think it's funny or if I think I have a logical answer. You can follow our musician, WPIV. No, you can email us at lifeisfeelspodcast@gmail.com. You can follow our music partner, Riley Hawk, who lets us use all her songs. And in our last song, Life is Strange, episode 1, the beginning, which is called Facilis, I got it right for once. Let us use her song, Overexposed with a Feat by Dakota Crespo. You can follow her on Twitter at Riley. You're going to have to help me on this part. At Hawk, I think it's Riley Hawk Music. Just type in Riley Hawk, you'll find it. Go to YouTube, type in Riley Hawk Music, subscribe to her there. SoundCloud, search Riley Hawk. Her friends do that's it, right? Yeah. Her friends do a podcast or a thing called Team Turtle Ducks. They played episode 1 of Life is Strange. They have a Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Team Turtle Ducks. That's not a thing. Tween Teen Turtle Ducks. No, Team Turtle Ducks.
Yes, Turtle Ducks.
You can. What?
Yes, it's Turtle Ducks.
Yes, Team Turtle Ducks. I forgot. You can go to our shop, threadless.com. I don't know if it's a / or / Life is Feels podcast. Steven Fantasy at Steve_Fantasy on Twitter. StevenFantasy.com. Some people we like to promote Orviden, twitch.tv/ORRIDEN, twitch.tv/Baby Cobra. Cobra is spelled Cobra. Is that right?
No, RAA, 2 A's.
That's what I said. RRA.
No, not 2 R's, 2 A's.
Cobraa. Is that how she
Yes,
spells it?
yes.
Okay, twitch.tv/baby baby Cobra. You'll find her. And twitch.tv/Clishalicious. I'm not spelling that out loud. Sound it out. Thank you so much for listening to episode 15. Willis is dead of the Life is Feels podcast. Entitled Marvel Avengers Endgame Thoughts. We'll just go with that. For J-Man Powerhouse.
And Steven Jackson 13.
And Willis.
If you've made it through this far, we hope you've had a marvelous time. Oh my god, Steven, now you got me doing it. But either way, remember folks, feels is life. And life is feels. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.